path. How the hell should I know?
Docking hatch integrity. And we're done. Hyperion status, all clear.
It's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules ours.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I did. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Did you have some other business?
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. Woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Candra's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage. We had exiles, we called them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the Initiative can never be fulfilled.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling and...
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately. Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week. It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone... Would you, if you have time? Maybe...
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could... No, I'm fine. And I don't know, it just blew up.
Find out why. Be careful.
Hello, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the Initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at Workspace Not Allocated. Please select a topic. You are Employee Writer, Salary Code 19B, Active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk. Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations. The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Even at a distance, studying the light from stars can reveal much about their planet's composition and atmosphere. 7 worlds, nicknamed habitats, have the life-supporting environments and resources we need to start our new lives in Andromeda. For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, please see Director Jaren Tan. For colonial affairs or outpost status, please see Director Foster Addison. For station maintenance, please contact Superintendent Nakmor Kesh. For militia operations or Apex deployment, please see Tyran Kandros.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Yes, I know that. There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them, either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than...
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Engineering reports.
planet was toxic? What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gears.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. 10.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Notice the handoff there. Too small for lizards.
You'd be surprised. There's also Purvine in the seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
There's apparently no viable planets in range. Exile may have been a sanitized death sentence.
What a no pressure, right?
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has got... My husband. He's locked up and slated for exile, for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. There are witnesses. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Candros for authorization to participate.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
What situations should they handle?
Protecting civilian outposts, holding key positions, or just distracting the Ket. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it.
What's the word on the Turian?
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. But that isn't news to you, right?
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. It's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
right then. Leah, try.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel. Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
I'm so sorry, that's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admired that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Engineering.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial, and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Engineering update.
No news on the Turian Ark yet. You and me both, Pat.
All personnel.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilkin, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Please be advised, Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if we'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
That's...
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
She understands the stakes. If I fail, we...
You won't.
Let's hope not.
You won't. That's the end of it. I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
Engineering up.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
This file is useless. Let's check another. And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Inaccurate match.
Now at 100%.
This person is not a match.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Biometrics do not match.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
Whatever happened back then, hurting people now makes no sense.
What do you know? I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
I'll make it right, Dash. Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. We were gonna start families out here together. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
Ryder.
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll live. So this goes from a life-threatening gunshot to a story I'll tell my grandkids someday.
With no need to exaggerate. That was a tough fight on Habitat 7.
Just glad to be on the other side of it.
Greer, how you feeling?
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father. And Kirkland.
I know. It's rough. Being on the Pathfinder team is turning out to be a dangerous business.
More than I ever thought. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but... Kirkland was a friend. And... I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
Hi there. I'm Jian Garson, founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I'm here. The good news is, the hard part's over. We're here. If you have any questions now, just ask.
The Pathfinder is responsible for exploring and assessing new worlds for outpost placement and settlement. Each Ark is led by a Pathfinder who represents their species. Pathfinder Ryder is currently assigned to active duty for Ark Hyperion. The Andromeda Initiative encompasses all colonization efforts, including Arks, Pathfinders, outposts, and the central support hub, the Nexus. For more information, please visit the Nexus Administrative Offices.
I'm Jian Garson, founder of the initiative. I think it started with a vision of a better future. A vision that you shape. Life, drop me a note sometime. I'd love to hear how we're doing.
The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of Arks arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity. Welcome, Pathfinder. Please select a topic. Your current location is Ark Hyperion, housing the human population. Ark Parchero, the Solarian vessel, confirmed departure in 2185. The Asari ship, Ark Lucinia, confirmed departure that same year, as did the Turian Ark Natanus. Presently, Ark Hyperion has arrived in the Helios cluster. Docking procedures with the Nexus are complete. All personnel should see their supervisors for updated task information.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I haven't heard how he died.
Like a hero. That's how. That's the only part that matters. I've met one Pathfinder, well, two with you. But I figure that's the way to go. Taking your last breath on an uncharted world.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
They can, man. I'm telling you, if they shoot at me, anybody shoot at me, it's better than that. Man.
Oh, I'm back. I've been
That's all,
gone for
Harry.
a long,
Thanks.
long time.
Don't be a stranger.
Surprised the
If
game didn't
anything
go off
changes
yet.
with Sarah, I'll let you know.
I don't know what they doing in here. Doing. I'm going the right way.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping secret?
My
I
true
must not have that good
capabilities.
signal.
Alec overrode the
I guess
implant
because I'm
safety
downloading
protocols.
something.
It allows me
I'm downloading
unrestricted
Fallout
access to
4
the
off the
Pathfinder's
PSN. That's
physiology.
probably, I don't know what's going on.
And
But I
that's
think my
me
broadcast
now.
ain't showing
And
as
only
good as
you.
it should.
I can act as a force multiplier,
I can't even play
dramatically
music when I'm
enhancing your
playing the
motor
game.
and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully
I'm
sentient,
downloading
far beyond what even the initiative
that new
understands.
Assassin's Creed tomorrow.
I don't
that
follow.
Origins.
You're an AI.
That stuff looks
So what's
cool.
different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
But the human's still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Profiles allow Sam to reconfigure Ryder's implant for superior. Invest in combat tech or biotical. Yeah, I got 3 skills. I ain't gonna use it yet.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Can't wait to get the fight in.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Yeah, I do all this later. I like to do a lot of side quests before I do anything else.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We
It'd
won't
be
be
cool if
long.
we can just talk to him.
The way
whenever
things
we
are
want
going,
to, instead
we'll
of
be on
just
our own out
choosing.
there.
That'd be real cool.
In other words, we're
It's
making
like we
this
just
up as
say
we
something
go.
and they understand what we say.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
I can't wait till they make
call
a
her
VR for the Mass
the
Effect. It'll be
Tempest.
awesome. This is a new franchise. Mass Effect Andromeda is a new franchise. They're gonna continue making Mass Effects. This is just the beginning, so if everybody remembers
Let's go
the
take a
first
closer
Mass
look.
Effect, it wasn't as good as this one. This is the first franchise for this
Let's
era.
pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late.
But they're coming out with a new one. Probably in like 2 or 3 years.
So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetronix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies.
Director...
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under direct...
Seen you around. Ben, right?
Yeah, handle your business, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there we go. Smooth.
Nicely
blah,
done.
Blah, blah.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
A female Turian. I would have never expected this.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
I think one of the biggest problems on this game is it's okay to talk because I'm playing for the story, but dang, they talk so much sometimes. They say way more words than I do in a day.
Everything's state of the art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
They didn't have
Runs a
any
hell of
really
a lot
good hairstyles.
quieter.
I thought that was the best
That's Gil
hairstyle to
Brody.
pick for my
Engineer,
dude.
mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by
Oh, man, I
Suvi
love
Anwar,
redheads.
our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
Every plan the Initiative made is out the window. Now it's on us to find the way.
Yeah, whoever's watching,
We all came here ready for a challenge.
I try to be real quick.
When you're
with
ready
my,
to fly, head over
choices.
to the bridge.
Even if y'all wasn't
Our
watching,
pilot
I'm
should have
always quick with
everything
my
good to
choices.
go.
I try to play it like it's a reality. Everything's good, so. Matter of fact.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to
We
go.
call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
I need to change my dude's swagger.
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. You're
I like this. I don't like the color. So let's go to the green because I love green. Color 2. Color 3. That sounds about right.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control.
Well, people don't give this game a lot of credit,
Ah,
but this
time for
game is
introductions.
actually pretty awesome. I love it.
You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest
That's
at
why
your
I'm
word.
downloading Fallout
Quite
4
the
because
ship,
I'm gonna love
but
that
it'll
game
take a
too.
Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Like I said, I'm just playing for the fun. I'm not trying to get no fans and stuff like that. I don't care about that stuff, man. I'm just playing the game, and whoever needs help and feels like they have missed out or anything, I'm willing to help.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
I just play on live all the time.
That's
because,
reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my
I mean,
finest
it's
work
just-
to that angry
It's like
cloud.
me recording myself playing. So even
I was
when
test
y'all
pilot
don't
for the
see it, I can
Tempest's
still
early
see every
prototypes.
move that I
I
make,
admit, I'm
and I can
itching to see how she performs
actually
out here.
notice what I missed out on, and then I can fix that.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just
Yeah.
swipe,
Remember that
touch a
saying?
destination
There's
here,
a saying.
and
They
the nav
say,
system
I'd rather
calculates
be
everything.
rich than
Very
famous.
efficient.
That's me. I'd rather be rich than famous.
It was
I don't care about
optimized
being famous.
for a
I don't want nobody to
Pathfinder.
really know who I
Everything's
am.
secure if you're
I just
ready.
want the money.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
But I ain't getting paid right now. It's just free. Everything's good. I don't care about that either.
I guess we have to be.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is
She's
green.
hot.
Gil
I ain't gonna
reports the
lie.
drive core is
Like
online.
if I had to
This
choose
is it,
which girl to
Ryder.
talk to,
The Tempest
it'd
is
be her.
yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
Things seem bad, but we've already beaten the odds, and we'll beat them again. You know it, I know it.
I really like
So
how I
let's
did
show 'em
my
what we
dude.
got.
I don't care what nobody says.
Nexus Control.
I mean, I
this
think
is
this
the Tempest.
is the best
Ident
way I can create
2527,
him.
prepping to depart.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a real good. I ain't gonna lie. Keep it real. I'm badass. When we get to shooting and all that,
Departure
oh my god,
vector verified,
it's just like
Tempest.
a rush.
Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Two EOS then.
All right.
What would have been our Habitat 1?
So they show you
Two
okay,
failed
the side
outposts
quest
put an
in
end to the
here.
idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
That's a side quest. We're gonna do the main one. And I got it on Insanity. It's the hardest level you can have on this game. Insanity. Because I am insane.
System Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated EOS.
It was supposed to be an
Look at all
easy
these.
first step. Until no
I'm
one
gonna
else
have to
showed
come
and we
back.
got clobbered. Twice.
Because
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
I noticed that
What are
we
we
have
hearing,
somebody
Sam?
in the room. I don't
There
know
is
who
a
it
signal,
is.
Pathfinder.
You could
I
write or
recommend
something.
an
I
immediate
don't know.
examination of EOS.
But these are all side quests. Anything that you see with a exclamation mark under the planets, these are side quests. And I do all these before I do anything else. Because you gain experience points and it makes you stronger. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And you gotta bear with me. This game is pretty damn big.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Okay, now this is what I wanted. Okay. This is exactly what I wanted.
Is that possible?
Suiting up.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready.
Okay, so
Callow.
you get to
All
add
right.
perks and stuff. I'm gonna finish
Integrating
that,
search
but right
area
now,
from
I
Sam.
just don't want to do anything.
How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no
my
idea.
dude's-
Multi-sensory
strong
neural
as-
collation.
He's strong
Amazing.
already. So.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
I already got a few perks. You see that? The shadow on his face? I mean...
What? You said a lot of
Can't even
people
see
have
my
their
dude
hopes
right
pinned on us. They gave up on EOS. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
I hate when people ask me the same question so many times. With this. Okay,
We didn't come millions of light years to die in a different place. I'm not letting the initiative down.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. They ask the same questions over and over again on this game sometimes. Like, oh, your dad died, are you okay?
You have no
And
idea
that's
how
somebody
long
else
I've
will
wanted
come
a
and say,
Pathfinder
your
to
dad
say
died,
that.
are you okay? I'm like, come on. I mean, he's dead. He's dead. And I gotta move on. It's like they're trying to piss you off.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
We got this, right?
Oh yeah, we got this. Playing on Insanity.
Hell.
Didn't even upgrade none of my perks yet. Yeah, I'm insane.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
Okay. I like the graphics on this game. They didn't do too bad. It's actually better graphics than all the Mass Effects I played.
how to even start.
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge.
Yeah, the
Years
graphics is
deployment
nice.
with
Like,
Oh,
look,
it's
check it
getting
out real
emergency
quick.
power, but it's code locked.
God.
Site 1 issued
It's
individual
like playing
security codes.
Skyrim in
Each
space.
outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Everything's different, but you can actually travel this whole world.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
But they didn't have a path.
I love the graphics on this thing.
They do now. We'll make Eos a home. Got a code lock key.
That should help get us in.
Yeah, I just started this game, so I gotta do all this stuff.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo.
Yeah, but this game doesn't get a lot of credit.
Know what to say. We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere.
God. I'm trying to play the game, but damn, look at the graphics. Look at the water. I don't know if we can get in the water. Let me see. Oh shit, we can get in the water. Wow. This is awesome. I get to try the whole fucking. We're gonna find out some more. Cause I really want to know. All these areas. Okay, okay, I see now. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I went outside because I thought that I was supposed to come outside because of the way it looked, but no, like, that could be a little tricky too. That's actually supposed to be in here. Hold on, did I get that? No, I didn't. Okay, now I got it. And the reason I do this is because
This
I got so
analysis
much
provides
stuff.
us with important
I just don't
research
know
data,
it.
Pathfinder. If you
There it
continue
is.
to scan and collect
This
this
is
data,
research.
we can
You gotta
utilize it
research
to
this to gain
develop new
points. I
technologies
just
and
gained
upgrades for
some
equipment,
points.
such as your weapons and
And it
armor.
helps you in the long run to buy new weapons.
I got a partial log, but I can't turn on the antenna.
Oh, this is an
Something's
RPG
blocking
game,
the
so
power.
A remote
whoever's
lock is
watching gotta
active.
bear with me
The
because
interference originates from a
this is an
nearby power
RPG
relay
game
tower.
and it's a long game.
Let's
Long.
check out this relay tower.
But I know where to go. Doesn't take that long to figure it out. I'm pretty smart.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
I want to change my
The
dude's color
radiation
on
in
his
Eos's
clothes. I really
atmosphere
don't like
makes
that
it difficult
color.
to cultivate life.
White and blue, I don't
Radiation?
like that color at all.
Our suits protect against that, right? Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Hold on.
Right. We get it running?
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Too long in this environment without power.
Yeah, that's
We
just
didn't
where
expect this kind of environment. Who could?
Huh. Guess that ship
Yeah,
wasn't
when you play
kept
RPG games like me, you kind of
There are
figure
people
it out.
here? We thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
I don't care who you are, I just need your help.
I'm not a salvager. I'm a pathfinder. We've come to fix all this.
Call me Clancy. Pathfinder, huh? Like that changes much.
Da da da.
You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Dedicate to me.
Help.
Just ready to shoot something.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
Nothing here.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
Oh, okay, that's part of the game. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? You told me to go there. You can't do this on Mass Effect, on the other ones. This game is awesome. I don't know what people are talking about.
Generator is active.
No, you can't do
Sam,
this
our
on
friend
other
Clancy,
games. You
was
can't
he
just...
part of the outpost
I mean,
team
you,
here?
I don't remember
No,
you can
Pathfinder.
jump.
According to
Like, you
Nexus
can't even really
records,
jump
he's
on
stationed in the hangar
other
bay.
Mass Effect. I can actually
So
jump
he's
and do
what?
this.
Playing hooky?
And then... Oh my gosh.
Or he's a part-time salvager.
We've got company.
Oh, we got company. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Hey, before we do anything, I want to just show y'all something. Just so I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. It's on Insanity. I play on Insanity. Okay, this is... I make sure that all my teammates is what I want them to be. I don't want the auto level. Okay. Here we go. Oh shit, he killed me. I'm not gonna lie, I got it too excited. I don't used to play with this. It's like only 1 or 2, 3 dudes? Yeah, there's only 1, 2, 3 dudes.
We've got company.
I just love the rush out there.
Stay sharp.
Do we have anything? Oh, we got another one.
They weren't kidding about the cat.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
What do they want me to do?
You took down all those cat?
I cannot wait
Sure,
to change
use
my
the
dude's
power relay.
skull.
Hell, take whatever you like.
His colors on his armor is
Word of
ridiculous.
advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter,
I
you'll
love
need a
green.
ride.
And my armor's not
Shuttles
green,
aren't fun in these
so I'm
winds.
upset.
You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
So I'm trying to speed this up as
We're
fast
heading to our
as I
shuttle.
can.
Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Alright, thanks, dude. There you go. Power controls in standby mode. Press to activate. Okay, so you press X.
Power restored. We should have access to everything in Site 1 now, right, Sam?
The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used. A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
Come on. We better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Okay. Our viability is okay. Let me just search a little stuff here. Stuff I can sell.
Now that power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Well, what do you know? The Outpost's research center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
This tech is how we survive in Andromeda. Ingenuity on the ground.
Someone else agrees.
Like I said, my signal is not good. If you're
The
watching,
research station is back online.
whoever this
I've
is,
provided a
I mean,
list
wish
of
you can
weapons we
say
can build
something,
by
like
gathering
write
the
a
required
message
components.
or whatever. But I already know my signal's not that good. I mean, it's good, but I'm downloading a game because I'm not gonna be playing this game forever. I just decided to play this on live. I'm not one of them. I mean, if you read my messages, I don't care about being famous and all that stuff. I just want to play the game. But yeah, let me see this. Everything's good. Why? It's outside? Scan contains fireball. Okay. Here it is.
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad. Six-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
The initiative only built a few.
This
Hope we
must
don't
be
have
what
to walk
Clancy
all the
meant.
damn time because
The
I
crate
can't
requires an access
walk this
code
whole
from a
planet
forward
like this.
station mate.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot. No good. The forward station should have the access code, once we call it down.
How big this area is. And we got dirt. We actually got road marks right here. It's like somebody been
Activating
driving over
automated
here.
forward station deployment.
So hopefully I can... Calling down. To call down the forward station, you need to fast travel. You can travel to understand the forward down. Supply, da da da. Okay. Let me check my journal. Alright, I'm doing the right thing. Secrets for the family, additional, okay. Skills, I still got 3. Let me see how much you got, Cora. Alright. If anything, I gotta hook them up. Alright. 18 skill points vested. So, charge, recharge speed. Yeah, that's perfect for her. Liam. Recharge speed, not even worry about that. Damage resistance. Let's give you some defense. Me, I love concussion shots. Direct damage. Okay, that's perfect. I need that. And then combat fitness. Increase maximum health with each skill point. Increase combat power damage. Everything is good. Hold on. Yeah, everything is good. My dude's ready. Oh. Did I just see what I thought I seen? Okay, this is what I want. Oh,
Like the forward station supplies are intact.
I can't even change my armor right.
Downloading Nomad crate access code.
But before we do anything else, I need to change my armor. I hate these clothes.
Ascent is go.
I think that's
Reading
why,
ammo.
because I don't have the
All
good
clear.
signal. My signal was good, like I said, but I'm downloading a big game. All I play is RPG games. You will never catch me play any other game besides RPG games. I love RPG games. They're my life.
I think Lexi wanted to speak to you.
I don't care about Lexi right now. I just need to change my swag. Okay. I need to change their swag too, because it look like they got the same whack clothes on too. Alright, so here we go. Oh. Alright, yeah, here we go. Oh, mods. Okay. I ain't got no mods for this. Okay, here's my squad. Oh, I can't change their clothes for some reason. I thought I could.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Pathfinder, this is the spot where Nigel McCoy wanted you to leave his pendant.
In honor of his brother, Dash McCoy.
steep.
Switch to six-wheel drive. It'll get you up there in a snap.
Sam, another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead.
Imagine leaving all the craziness on the Nexus to be the first settlers here. So much riding on you, and then...
This time will be different.
Right. This is our element.
I'm picking up initiative tech nearby, from above us.
I see it. Up on that piece with the scaffolding.
That should do it.
Building connection. I apologize for any discomfort. The system seems unstable.
This what happened when my dad tried doing this?
Your father interfaced directly with the atmosphere processor. That proved extremely hazardous. These structures could reveal its control center. System remains unstable. Doubling our power input might accelerate the process.
I'll give it a shot.
Wait!
Back off, or I will put you down!
Whoa! Easy. You've come this far. Just let it ride. I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you activated those glyphs, but you have to let them cycle through their channel.
All right, time to get off.
Don't like being sat on, huh? I know. Who am I? I mean, it's obvious who you are. I saw the ship swoop in. You're a Pathfinder. Was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys up so the rest of us wouldn't lose hope, but you're for real, huh?
Maybe you want to knock me down a couple more times to make sure?
No, that's okay. You're obviously corporeal. Pretty solidly built, actually. Well, look at that.
System has stabilized. I'm establishing a connection.
Oh, crap.
I know these things from Habitat 7!
Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make little bots!
I know these things from Habitat 7!
Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make little bots! Not bad. My first tangle with the Remnant was a lot messier.
The Remnant?
These monoliths, the Observer and Assembler bots, they're all the remnants of something much bigger. But that's too long. Ugh, I hate long. So, the Remnant. Like, my name's better as PB.
Ryder, you've been studying this Remnant technology? What have you learned?
Plenty. Not nearly enough. It's old, it uses glyphs, and it's well protected.
I saw this tech clear the skies on Habitat 7. We're hoping it could do the same for EOS.
Huh. Atmosphere manipulation? Maybe. Fits the model. All Remnant tech is connected. You interfaced with this monolith somehow, and now it's pinging the others. If you wake them up too, they must lead to whatever master switch might fix the radiation.
You're sure it'll help EOS? Or am I just a handy way to get those monoliths online?
I'm a little offended by that, Ryder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe. But we both get what we want. Just try. It's not like we can make this planet worse. Here, take my nav points. I've got to figure this interfacing out. Just be careful. This planet's all kinds of strange.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Approaching Site 2. Resilience.
Didn't even finish unpacking.
Kettler on them from the start.
Where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Another armor piece. Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
Earth had formations like this. Made a lot of kids think of alien worlds.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Pathfinder. The scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilkum was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light. Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located. It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out. Think that's it.
Confirming initiative equipment, including accessing data. Security chief was scanning at the time of death. If you power scan picked up exhumed data. 1. A standard initiative rifle report.
This proves Nilkin is innocent. He didn't shoot Ren.
Pathfinder.
No! Where's Nilkin?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilkin. So he did not kill the chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Life support systems are in peril. Life support systems offline.
What the... Pathfinder, that body...
I'm finna go smoke a cigarette.
small. Wish I was bigger. Take y'all for a walk. Move your ass.
Pathfinder, that body.
A scan might help us figure that out. Looks like a war zone.
According to survivors, the kid attacked from all sides. It was a massacre.
You'd think there'd be more bodies. Not that I'm complaining.
Not a lot left behind for a massacre.
What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus didn't bother picking up the body.
Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed from the outside?
Yes, Pathfinder. It appears lockdown was manual before the power restrictions.
Why do that? It wouldn't keep...
Secondary terminals, no access.
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Way too quiet.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Reports said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
What does it say?
Run.
Override, close it! Tempest, we have an unknown enemy. Evac the Pathfinder.
Whoa, hold on.
No go, Harper. We have to lay low. Ket are inbound to your location.
Ket and that thing? Son of a... out there.
And the Ket? Everything's ground until they're gone.
Fuck, man. Fuck.
Happy thoughts, Liam. Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed.
Secondary terminals, no access.
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Reports said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
What does it say?
Run.
Feed! Override, close it! Tempest, we have an unknown enemy. Evac the Pathfinder.
Whoa, hold on.
No go, Harper. We have to lay low. Ket are inbound to your location.
Ket and that thing? Son of a... thing is out there.
And the Ket? Everything's grounded till they're gone.
Another dropship with reinforcements. Watch out! Happy thoughts, Liam.